branding your business and creating the best customer experience. So you're ready to grow your practice, get yourself out into the world, launch your website, become an influencer on social media, and deliver a great customer experience. And then someone says, yeah, you can't do that without strong branding. But where the hell do you even start? Do you need a full font and colour palette? A solid set of values you live by? A consistent tone of voice? What's the difference between a personal brand and my business's brand? How does this all link with customer excellence? Don't worry, creating a brilliant brand doesn't have to be complicated. When I started out, all I wanted to focus on was the fancy logo, the pretty colours, and what my website would look like. I never understood how much this could impact my customer's experience. Turns out, a lot. I soon realised you need to address a few elephants in the room and get down and dirty with a couple of things to really nail who we were, what we stood for, and who we served. I've taken every bit of success we've had with our brand and I've compressed it into this video. We're going to talk about what you really need to not only create a brand that you're proud of, but one that creates the greatest customer experience. So there is a clear difference between your company brand and your personal brand. Let's start with your company branding. Firstly, don't start with the obvious. Whenever we think about a company's brand, people think of the logo, the fancy colours, and all of the jazz and frills. There is a common misconception that all the glitz and the glamour is what makes up a brand. It's not. To nail your company branding, you've got to go way back to the beginning. First, you need to build out your company values. A good way to do this is to start by getting your team together and begin to list key words you think of when it comes to your business. This could be how you want to serve your clients, what staff feel when they think about coming to work, or what it's like working in that team. Then list out what you stand for and why. Once you have your values in place, you're ready to move forward with the rest of your branding. The next part is who you serve. To work this out, it's really good to establish if you're a cheap and cheerful kind of business or if you're an A-grade kind of business. Now let's look at what that means. Depending on what type of business model you have will impact the type of clients you serve and attract. Think of supermarkets. You have a wide range of stores, from Aldi or Lidl to Waitrose or Marks & Spencer. Each of these stores will have its own customer demographics based on what they offer, and your brand and practice needs to be the same. A cheap and cheerful kind of business is one that just does, so you wouldn't be sending out fancy newsletters, and you certainly wouldn't be using the best or most expensive software. The plus side to this is you're not spending all the extra money on the very latest systems and software. The downside is this can have an impact on productivity and the rate at which you scale. It can also affect the price you charge and the quality you deliver. Now, if you were an A-grade kind of business, you would use the best software going. You would be sending the pretty newsletters every week or month, and you'd have all the bells and whistles when it comes to your website and marketing. The plus side to being an A-grade business is that you can use the latest software, hire the very best staff, and charge a premium rate. The downside is you must charge that premium rate to sustain this level of quality. That's not to say that you can't deliver quality service without that, but if you want to use the best software with the best staff, it makes it a whole lot easier. What I will say is this, don't get caught in the middle. There are so many practices that get caught in that no man's land, not really going all in with being an A-grade business and not fully committing to being a cheap and cheerful one either. And the results? You either overpromise and underdeliver, or overdeliver and undercharge, and then complete burnout and resentment for the work. If you can get this established early doors, you're going to have an easy time when it comes to the rest of your branding. Now the fun stuff. Yep, your personal brand. For you watching this now, unless it was a random algorithm on YouTube, you've probably ended up here right now because of my personal brand. Whether that's from LinkedIn, someone's sharing a link, or from another media platform online, my personal brand has brought you here for one reason or another. By constantly working on my brand, the content I share, and how I show up online, I've been able to establish the authority and trust I have. It means I've been able to move to another country, grow my practice organically very, very quickly, and live a life I could only ever have dreamed of. But building one isn't easy. It takes showing up, constantly online when no one is reading your content or liking your posts. So if this feels like you right now, the best place to start is a simple weekly checklist. Have you posted 5 times on LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever other platforms your ideal clients hang out on? Have you booked or reached out to 1 podcast per week? Have you updated your photos or content on your website? Now, there is a pretty big disclaimer incoming. This is not a quick win. You're not always going to go viral after you post once. You have to show up every single day, whether you feel like it or not. I used to post every single day, and a lot of the time I'd get just a few likes, if any. That's why it's important to pick a routine that you can be consistent with, because there's no point saying you want to post every day when the truth is you're never going to achieve it. You then don't bother the next day or the one after that, and guess what? You end up stopping altogether. And it's not exclusive to social media platforms. This can be your email list or any other forum online. Everything you do adds towards building your personal brand. So you're building your personal brand and your business brand is starting to take shape, but how does this tie in with customer excellence? Here's a little secret many won't tell you, or just aren't aware of. It all starts from your marketing. People think customer experience is just the quality of the service that they deliver, whether it's good enough and if their clients are happy with it. But it begins when you start marketing your business. Think about it. Do the standards you deliver live up to what you say in your sales pitch? We've all seen those offers of big promises, guaranteed outcomes of endless leads every single day, but when it comes to what they actually do, it's just empty words. And this is why I keep saying for you to work out what sort of business you are. That way, you know who to serve, how you can serve them, and that you can do it to the standard that you're promising. So what other factors do you need to consider when it comes to delivering an exceptional customer experience? Get a simple onboarding process in place. Make sure it's not so extravagant you can't maintain it, but it is super important to get it right. What you need to be sure of is that it won't peak and then drop off. Remember, this process is exactly what it says on the tin, onboarding. Once they're in, then the service you deliver takes over and continues to make it a great experience. Get feedback, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Too many people want all the raving Google reviews, testimonials, and wonderful feedback from clients. What many don't realise is the best growth comes from complaints and negative feedback. Yep, complaints are good. When clients can spot things that aren't quite right, they're literally spelling out to you how you can make this experience better for your future clients. They're seeing something you've overlooked. So don't hate on a few complaints every now and then. It's almost always your fault. I used to get so defensive if we had feedback that wasn't great. Now, as I've been doing this for a fair few years, I'm a lot more critical of ourselves. The truth is, normally, it is almost always our fault. You may not have explained something fully, and perhaps you should have worked with them in the first place because something just didn't feel right, but you took them on anyway. The best thing you can do is take responsibility internally, break down the issues and see how you can learn and fix them. Continuous improvement is key. Customer experience is just a continual journey of tweaking, amending, changing and adapting to every new issue. Every piece of feedback, a completed survey or a comment, or one of your marketing posts is just another way for you to hone your message and improve the service that you deliver a little bit each time. If it's just you on your own, or if you have a team, sit down with them regularly and ask them, how can we make this better? How can we improve what we currently offer our clients? You may get asked particular questions quite a lot, so use this and think about how it can help you improve the experience you deliver. Remember, what worked 12 months ago is not always the best thing for today. Things change so fast, and retaining clients is so important to stop you from going through the clients in, clients out revolving door. Keep your clients happy. They're going to be some of your best marketeers. So in summary, nail your values first, identify if you're a cheap and cheerful or A-grade business, build a simple checklist each week to help you be consistent with building your personal brand, learn from any form of feedback to improve your customer's experience. Onboarding is key, but not the be-all and end-all. Remember, what works now won't work next year or even next month, so be continuously improving. And that's that, our go-to guide for all things branding and customer experience. If you want to learn even more about branding and customer experience, how others have used this in their practices, and have direct access to me and my team of experts inside the Accountants Wealth Academy, then hit that link in the description below. See you next time.